Talks between Health Minister Rajko Ostojic and three healthcare labor unions broke down today, with two of the three unions walking out. The unions are threatening a general strike over a pay cut, unpaid overtime, and the loss of other benefits. European Union foreign ministers will hold an emergency meeting in Brussels on Wednesday to discuss how to pressure Egypt's interim government into finding a peaceful compromise with supporters of deposed President Mohamed Morsi. European Commission President José Manuel Barroso and European Council President Herman Van Rompuy issued a joint statement today expressing grave concern over the situation in Egypt. The EU will urgently review in the coming days its relations with Egypt and adopt measures aimed at pursuing these goals, the statement read. Meanwhile, Hosni Mubarak, the former Egyptian president overthrown in an uprising in 2011, will be released from jail in the next 48 hours after a prosecutor cleared him in a corruption case, according to his lawyer. This morning, at least 24 Egyptian policemen were killed in an ambush attack in the Sinai Peninsula. German police have arrested a man who was holding two people hostage in the town hall in Ingolstadt, Germany. The 24-year-old hostage taker was reportedly injured during the police intervention. The siege forced German Chancellor Angela Merkel to cancel a campaign rally in the town just hours before she was scheduled to speak. British authorities are under pressure to explain why they used anti-terrorism powers on Sunday to detain the partner of a Guardian journalist. David Miranda, a Brazilian citizen, was questioned for 9 hours by police before being released without charge. Miranda is the partner of Guardian columnist Glenn Greenwald, who has links to Edward Snowden, the former U.S. spy agency contractor who has been granted asylum by Russia. Greenwald told CBS Radio that it was an act of intimidation and bullying against journalists.
There's been a war on journalism for quite some time in the United States, as a lot of investigative journalists have been protesting. But I think this is a pretty serious escalation where the closest ally of the United States government, obviously with the cooperation, if not on the orders of the U.S. government, detained the spouse of a journalist who's been doing reporting that they dislike and held them for 9 hours under a very serious statute.
British warships have arrived in Gibraltar. Although British, Spanish, and local authorities have said the Navy's arrival at the British overseas territory is long scheduled, some in Spain see it as provocative. Tensions have flared between Britain and Spain over fishing around the British enclave since July, when Gibraltar erected an artificial reef with concrete blocks, which Spanish fishermen say blocks their access to certain waters. An equestrian tournament dating back to 1696, known as the Race for the Ring, was held this weekend in the small Istrian town of Barban. The chivalrous competition was once held to coincide with trade fairs in the town to attract more visitors. Competitors trained for months to perfect their aim in spearing a ring hanging overhead as they ride at full gallop down a 150-meter course in under 12 seconds. In sports news, Croatia's men's basketball team is training in Dubrovnik for the upcoming European Championships in Slovenia next month. After win over Montenegro, Croatia scored another victory, this time defeating Latvia 81-66. Spaniard Rafael Nadal defeated American John Isner in the final of the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati, Ohio, for a final score of 7-6, 7-6 to take his 9th title of the year. Belarusian Victoria Azarenka won a showdown between the world's two top-ranked players, beating number 1 Serena Williams in the women's final 2-6, 6-2, 7-6. Taking a look at the forecast, most of the country will see variable clouds and scattered showers and thunder showers tonight, overnight, and in the morning. Sunshine is expected only in Dalmatia and its hinterland. There will be some lingering rain by the afternoon. However, more intense precipitation is expected in the south. The northern Adriatic will remain dry with partly cloudy skies. Winds expect a high northeasterly overnight, reaching up to gale force in places along the northern Adriatic, spreading to northern Dalmatia and further down the coast by morning. Morning lows will range from 15 to 20 degrees Celsius inland and 20 to 25 degrees on the coast. The day's highs will be between 21 and 27 degrees for most of the country and between 28 and 33 degrees in the east and in Dalmatia.